We got the water boiling for the noodles, for the macaroni. And once we get that settled, we're going to reuse this same pot right here. And what we're working on today is mac and cheese. And to get the roux started, first, make sure I got the noodles right. Now, the roux or bechamel, like the French say, starts with milk, a quart of milk. So let's pour a quart of milk in here as this water is boiling right here. Quart of milk in. And we're going to bring this to a level where that will be made to scald. So we're going to scald that milk right there. Meanwhile, that's going to boil. And al dente, it will be the level that you want to cook your macaroni to. You're going to cook your macaroni to al dente. So about, I'm saying I'm going to go with ballpark 7 to 8 minutes. I'm going to do 7 to be safe because it's going to cook the rest of the way once it gets in the hot cheese mixture. You don't want to bring this to a rapid boil, so I got to keep my eye on that. In the background of me, I have a Allen table I made up. I made myself. So, in the meantime, let me get the colander ready. I got like slicing, a little dicing mat here. We're going to get that going. We got the cheeses. What we're going to be using right here is we're going to be using red apple, 7 ounces. You can use more if you want. Of the sharp, this is 2-age cheddar. It was on sale for $5. So was this for $5. These usually go for like $7 to $8 alone. But I'm like, you know what? I've been talking about mac and cheese because people at my job know that I make a pretty decent pot of it, or casserole, or platter, whatever you want to call it. Don't judge me. All right, so we got these. These are 2 of the cheeses I'm using. We're going to use 1 more. And let me get that at the refrigerator right now. If you can hear me on this microphone, please let me know because I have a lapel microphone on my chest. So I'm trying something different. If you can hear me on this microphone, please let me know in the chat that you can hear me. But right now, remember, it's always to just let this get to a point where the bubble starts to froth on top. Then you remove it from the heat. This is, of course, got to go to a rapid boil, and then we will put the pasta in. Okay. Where's the other cheese at? Oh, here it is back there. All right, excellent. I think I got it. So we should be good. One of the key cheeses to use on this one here is Pecorino Romano. I'm going to test this out for 1 second. I'm going to test out, oh, don't start that barking. I'm going to make sure you guys hear me. So we got 3 cheeses here. Pecorino Romano, which I need 3 ounces of. That one there will be just fine. All right. Now, we're gonna start getting the slicing here in the background. Let me roll that into frame here a little bit. I need my knife to cut this open. Let that water boil. So how's everybody's Saturday going? Me, I was gonna go out for a bike ride, and then I looked and saw that thunderstorms was on the forecast for 3 o'clock. They came earlier than that. But I gotta see because the weather's ever changing, like the wind. They do these estimates, and next thing you know, boom, it's not as bad as you think. You done you done been stuck in the house all day fearing that it was gonna thunderstorm. But I'm gonna make the best of this. I meant to do this yesterday, but I'm like, I felt lazy. When you home for the week and you don't want to do nothing else, you don't have to do nothing else. Don't let nobody tell you. I am 47 years old now, and as of this past Tuesday, I'd be damned if I be out trying to live like I'm half my age. The hell with all that. So let's throw that there. We got the 2 cheeses here. I'm gonna go for a bigger knife, of course. Bigger knife. You don't have to grate it. Once it hits that roux that we're gonna work on later on in the stream, you're gonna see that this is all going to melt. But you want to chop it down as best as you can so it can melt quicker. It's gonna be like a fondue. And what's gonna give it its color, because I'm using 2 white cheeses, is this sharp right here that I'm using. It's 2A sharp. That color enough is gonna give it the color that it needs. I remember I brought some of this over to my friend and stuff because he is a blue box guy. And I'm trying to teach him, you don't have to be a blue box guy all your life. You can do this hand by hand if you want. Okay. Oh, left a piece there. Okay. All right. I have no formal chef training. This is just me learning from people, learning from my mom how to do certain things. See, she would have had a nifty food processor. I ain't got that luxury. So I have to do it old school. I smell that. That so smells so potent, meaning like the sharpness. This is a sharpness that you can actually smell. And I can smell a little bit of that smoked Gouda right there too. If you want to use regular Gouda, you can. Me, I like smoked Gouda because it gives off a little bit of a smokiness. And people like, oh, but in your mac and cheese, I'm like, try it first before you lose your mind and think what I'm doing is blasphemous. Try it first. You might like it. Okay. It's rapid. It's starting to rapid boil. Let me check on this milk. Okay. Let me check on the milk. Petey, move. Get out. Get out. Go. Thank you. All right. Milk is good. You gonna go the other direction? This dog always want to be in the mix. All right. So it's starting to rapidly boil. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to cut this cheese. Cutting cheese. That's an old school expression. Right. More cheese, as you can see. Still cutting it. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Sharp is cut. Let's move that to the side of the board. Now, we're going to work on the Gouda. All right. Half the Gouda cut. Let's put that back into like a thing. Then we could dice it down. Let me check on this. Nope. See how this is going? I'm going to turn this up a little bit more. All right. Let me check on this live stream's health. In the meantime, I'm going to make sure I don't have no audio hiccups. Let's go here. And just as I thought, it was shut off on me. I knew it. Just as I thought, the moment I did something. So we're gonna get that going again. Give me 1 second. It shut off on me. Whew. Luckily, I had the foresight of knowing this would probably happen. There we go. All right. Now, where were we? All right, let's continue. Let's get this on max here, start. Let's get you back to high, start. All right, we back in business. There we go. Let that run. We're gonna cut this up still. Still doing it? Oh, crap. Guess I'm gonna have to do this one by one. Damn, now I'm having a struggle stream. That the power keep cutting out on me over here. So right, so let's get that back on. I know I'm gonna have to redirect the power source. Ah, why? Because my surge protector. Let's take it away from the surge protector. It's overloading the surge protector. So we're gonna take it elsewhere to line where it's safer at, and that is to the regular wall over here. See, this is why you think ahead sometimes. And we're going to keep it over on this side. All right. Give me 1 moment. I'm working on it. I'm working on getting this back in business. I need this stuff to really cook. I think I know what's the problem. I think I know it's probably using too much from one from the plate, which is a high power one. This is pretty much let's see if that works. I have to do one by one there. All right, so let's continue. The water is more important right now. So we go high, start that rolling again. We're gonna get the tablespoon going. Thing is, this is a dual plate. If you've ever had a induction cooked surface like this, you'll realize that these things running at high wattage. So I think that's what's going on. It's a high power device no matter where I run it. So I have to run one plate at a time. That's the thing about electrical cooking versus gas. Gas is different. You can run that as long as you got money to pay that bill. As long as it's safe. So let's get the sea salt ready, because you're gonna need to season the. I said season. Well, you're gonna need to salt the water. So where's my tablespoon at? All right. Get you ready. Don't worry. It's only going in the water, people. You're gonna only use another one of these is gonna be for the actual roux. So let's put that to the side. I'm gonna season it. The only seasoning you will need in this, because a lot of people use a lot of different seasonings, but I got the flavor of the cheeses and there, the pecorino romano, which is very flavorful. Like it has its own flavor. The Gouda has its own flavor. The Sharp has its own flavor. You don't want to overpower those with seasoning. So what you want to do is make sure you keep it simple. Salt is not a seasoning technically. It's basically, it's a flavor enhancer more than a season. And it's a tenderizer slash flavor enhancer. It's a tenderizer of the meat, pause. And you're gonna use a quarter teaspoon. I know I said half a teaspoon. We'll use a quarter teaspoon of the Carolina Reaper seasoning. Dry. A quarter teaspoon. That's all. Like I said, you don't want to overpower the cheese. These got 3 different flavors of cheese in it. The Romano, which is right here. Right here, which I can smell. It's like almost like a Parmesan, you could say. All right, it's rapidly boiling. Okay, excellent. So now let's get this in there. Hey Google, set timer for 7 minutes.
Got it. 7 minutes. And that's starting now.
You get the spoon. Once this is off, we can switch and put that over there. For the meantime, I'm going to take my glove hand. I'm going to mix up the Reaper seasoning with the salt because it's clustered. You want to break it up, make sure it spreads into fine little granules along with the tablespoon of kosher salt. Well, you could use kosher salt. I'm using this instead because so I'm going to use this to spread with the salt. This is all I'm going to really use right there. You got seasoning there. All right, so that's good. And where the stick of butter is going to come into play, that will come into play later. Right now, what I'm going to get, I need 1/3. This is a half cup. I need a 1/3 cup of flour. Let me get this ready. Keep this stirring so it don't mix. Let me get my colander ready. Where did I put the colander at? Oh, right here. Okay. Colander is ready. We would take that and we would dump it in the sink and run cold water over it because that stops it from cooking. Then again, I'm only telling you stuff that I learned secondhand. I'm not going to sit here and stunt like I'm an expert cook. But as you can see, I save lives for a living, people. So cooking isn't my calling, okay? Okay, right. Let's put you down there. Make sure this is ready for later. We don't need that much later. Now, I'm going to do measurements. Got my cups here, and I have a scale over here off camera. Let's make sure. Ounces is here, unit, tar, 0, ounce, pound ounces, okay. Let's measure you here. Okay. Just roughly under 3 ounces. I might need more. But then again, I have enough smoked Gouda to counterbalance that. So yeah, we got enough for the Pecorino Romano here. That's already fine. We can put that there for now. Let me check on the timer. Hey, Google, how much time remains?
T minus 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
All right. Here we go. Now, what I need from here. All right. What is that I was looking for here? I don't remember. Came over to the refrigerator and drew a blank. But right now, oh, I knew I'll find it in a moment. Just make sure these things stay stirred. I don't want them to get clumpy. Make sure they stay stirred. Don't get clumpy. I want to heat this up a little bit more when I get a chance. Oh, I think I know. Now I remember. Here we go. Back here. Got a little bit more Romano. Let's add that to make a full 3 ounce. Full 3 ounce. All right. Found a supplement to mix in with the rest of the Pecorino Romano, which is a blend of different cheeses that got Romano, Parmesan, and stuff. So you want to break that up too with your hands, like I got here. And it got some actual chunks of cheese still in there from the Pecorino Romano. Don't worry, those will melt. Hey, Google, how much time remains?
T minus 1 minute and 32 seconds.
There we go. All right, starting to soften a little bit. Like I said, they will cook the rest of the way. Hey, Google, add 1 more minute.
Done. 1 minute added to your 7-minute timer.
Okay, make it 8. Just to be sure. Anyway, as that goes, I want to check on some other things I got going over here. So if you hear me rustling through a bag, just know this microphone is picking up things. I just want to make sure I am actually have a healthier stream. All right, because I don't know if these microphones are working. Okay, let's go here. Healthier stream. Oh, it is working. Right. It's working. Oh, it is working. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, let's go here. Healthier stream. Oh, it is working. All right. Macaroni's running. There we go. Noodles. Going. Hey, Google, how much time remains?
21 seconds left.
Nice. Right. We're going to wait that out. Hey, Google, stop. Let's take you into here to dump it out in a colander and put some cold water on it. Yep, we gotta do it here. I'm gonna do that off camera, but y'all can still hear me. All right, now. Hear that? Ooh, that's hot. make sure I stop it from cooking. So it's very important to get that cold water going. Very important. If you're still feeling a lot of heat deep down in there, if you got a spoon or you got a glove hand like I am, just make sure you get in there to make sure the cold water touches all the aspects, all the noodles, that is, to stop it. So it's taking a while. All right. I'm gonna leave that here to strain in with a bowl under it. All right. Now I'm gonna bring it back out to y'all. All right. And it's back out here. We have the noodles here. Ta-da. See? Back out. Now you're gonna heat this cheese up again. I mean, not cheese, the milk. We're gonna put that on high. We're gonna run that. As I'll continue to cut the cheese. All right, you see me? Okay, good. And cut the cheese right here in the background as the heat takes the milk. All right, we got this going. A little bit more. Cut, 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 cut. All right. Got those going. This straining, nice and cold. Okay. Let that strain a little bit more water out before I put it in the casserole dish. All right. The milk look like it's doing well. I'm starting to see the bubbles frothing on it, which is good. Just a little bit more and we'll be good to go. Now, let's take the saucepan that I actually used for, let's take the one I used for the macaroni noodles. And we're going to use that again immediately once the milk's finished scalding, which it has now. So now, let's take that off and put that off of heat right here. Now we can really get down to the nitty gritty and make some, and make the roux. All right, so boom. Now, first I gotta get the flour. Where did I put the flour, 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 flour? Which one is it in? Is it in this one? Back here. Okay, cool. All right, let's get you out of here. Oh my God. He's stuck. All right, here we go. Now, I need a third cup. Got the flour right here. I'm glad the audio isn't tripping. This microphone is working. But it's Saturday. I don't expect nobody to really speak much to me on these things. They say you got to start somewhere. And even when no one's talking to you or you have no audience, you still have to persevere. Some people don't believe in the slow burn of it. But let's get this flour ready because I'm going to need this later on. 1/3 cup. We will have that to the side. All right. 1/3 cup of flour to the side, because we're gonna need that pretty soon. Let me get my whisk ready, because I'm gonna show you how the rolls actually made. So this will be important in a moment. Let's get this started. All right. Let's put this on medium high, and let's get the butter melted. Okay. Butter melted. We'll start. Let me get the whisk in the meantime. Swish it around the heat of the induction. Let it spread there. Let it ice skate till it meets its fate. And we got the butter here. Right. Let all that melt. I gotta do something about this to elevate it. Like you're here, let's put that on medium low for now. Oh, medium, I'm sorry. Put it on medium. All right. There we go. Now, where did I put that scoop at? Is it behind me? Yes, it is. See, we have a little bit of flour in. Mix it in. Oh, it's too much at a time. Let me hurry up and whisk that all into. All right, let's get this all whisked around. Uh, Let it turn a little bit darker brown. I'm gonna make sure I break up as much flour as I can. Reduce this to medium low. About 8 hours completed on my Fitbit, or 8 active hours. Turn it up to medium because I'm gonna get it brown a little bit sooner. All right, so what's gonna happen next is I'm gonna take this completely off of heat, and then I'm gonna start gradually adding the scalded milk into that, and it's gonna make that noise a little bit, and then it's gonna go back from being a dark brown, because I'm gonna get this to a darker brown. It's gonna a little bit darker brown. Then it's gonna whiten up again, and then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna dump all the cheeses into that, and it's gonna create like a fondue effect. Let me make sure that the smoked Gouda is finished being cut. All right, it is. Pecorino Romano is already right here. It's already pre-cut, like grounded, and it got some chunks in it. All of that would melt in the heat of this. Once you return it to its thing, let me just. All right, I think that's good enough right here. It's brown. You can see it's like a light brown. Let me check the chat. Ayo, wow. Have you ever been dumped out a few days after she promised she wouldn't leave? Man, I'm glad you handling it well, man. Because let me shut this off. It's tough out here. Like, I met somebody who's a sweetheart, but she got a lot of health issues, and she's talking to me like she don't even think she's gonna live long. And I'm like, I can't date somebody like this. So that's heartbreaking in a degree. Now, we're gonna start adding this in nice and easy. See? And it's gonna solidify into this type of mess here, as you see. But a little bit nice and easy. See, it's brown, but it's gonna turn white again. Don't worry. Like Mahomes' children. Yes, sir. You want to make sure you get all of that in there. See, it's turning, it's lightening up again. And that's no heat. That's just, see, you keep the heat off of it. All right. Now let me mix what I got here a little bit more. This is just butter, flour, and milk right now. Some call it roux. Some people call it bechamel. Let's add more. Okay. You see, kind of got somewhat of a farina look to it right now. All right, add more. This is a whole quart. You will use a quart of milk. Shout out to Torian Rain Reloaded. Torian actually made this himself after I sent the recipe to him and stuff. I hope it came out good because I never really asked him. He said it was fire, but maybe he just ain't want to be like, yo, that shit was trash. Your recipe suck. But you can do what you want with a recipe. Like this recipe ain't 100% mine. I just made some variations to it to give it something, just because I'm experimental when it comes to cooking shit. All right. Once all the milk has been introduced to it, whisk it a little bit more and return it to heat. I'm gonna go to medium high. I'm gonna go to medium high and I'm gonna let it boil. Meanwhile, that was my exact situation. I was there for everything, helped her around, and gave her the reassurance she needed. You know what? And I'm gonna say something controversial, but unfortunately, it's true. When you give them everything they want, they feel like you're easy. They feel like they can just be like, okay, whatever. This man did all this for me, and I'm not happy and stuff. It's just too easy of a situation. But look how he cares for me. I could always come back. Some of them be having that, meaning like if they find somebody else, it's all well and good. And if that person continue to give them what they want and make them feel a certain way, they're gonna ride with it. Why are you here? Go. Come on, Petey. No dogs in the kitchen. Let's go. Go. Get over there in the gate. Let's go. Past the gate. Jesus Christ. Try to be nice to the dog. You do that to them, and they feel like you are a complete pushover and stuff. I'm not saying being an asshole to them. Just know it's like a lot of them feel like it's a dopamine thing, unfortunately. And I know it sounds crazy, but like a lot of them be like, oh, when son, I'm gonna tell you, I've learned this from experience enough. Like just knowing a situation and knowing that you're the best solution for that ain't enough for them. They don't, if they don't like you or they don't feel a certain way, or if you don't make their nether region wet enough, they will not care about you, AO. I hate to say it, but now we can start adding cheese in. The first cheese I'm going to add in there is the Pecorino Romano. Since it's already broken down, I'm going to add that in there and stir it around. All right, 3 ounces of that Pecorino Romano. Let me get every last drop of it because that was a precise measurement. That was 3 on the dot. Oh, easy, easy. Maybe I should shut you down a little bit. Let's go to medium. Let's go to medium. That's too much, too much, too much, too much. I don't want to burn it. Medium. Let's go back to medium. There we go. Medium. Okay? And you have to constantly stir it like this. As a matter of fact, let's go to medium low for now. Or I want to do a custom one. Because I want it to still at least pop a little bit. Let's go to 200. Go 215. Not enough? Okay. So 225? 235 maybe? That it would pop? No, I guess not. We don't have to keep experimenting with it. You say it's facts, yeah. It's and then they take it like, wow, you don't seem really interested in stuff. I'm like, oh, really now? AO? I'm like, oh, I don't seem interested? No, I'm guarding. I'm guarded right now. And then these be the same ones to be like, oh, guys don't court anymore. They don't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, I think we got it like that. Number one, you think we got it like that financially all the time. You think we got it like that mentally more than anything. More than anything, you think we really got it like that. Like we just supposed to just be your beck and call and you don't give a fuck. 250? Yeah, 250 is perfect. Starting to see a little bit. Maybe go down to 245. Here we go. 250 is where it started popping at. All right, so we're gonna leave it 250. Now, and the rest of the cheeses here, I'm gonna grab partial Gouda and partial cheddar. Throw some of that into there, like that. Let's mix those into there so it becomes good. And continue to use the whisk to get the cheese around. Then once you put in the pasta, you can switch to a spoon. My friend Frank is a chef, and he saw me doing stream a while ago, and he's like, "You don't whisk the noodles, man. Just get a spoon." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I messed with your chef OCD." But as you can see, it's gonna melt inside of there. It's gonna be like a fondue effect. All right, let's get all the cheeses into there. Matter of fact, F it. Now that I got enough cheese off of that, I can fold this flexible board and push that all into there like that. All right. Oh, crap. That's my fault. I stepped on a damn cord and pulled it out. All right, let's get you going. That was on medium. 250. All right, let's get you mixed in there. And you're going to mix that up in there like that. See, it's going to start melting. Watch, you're going to see it's starting, you're starting to see it orange up a little bit, right? That's the colors coming from the sharp cheddar. And let's take you in there and keep doing that because you want to keep the cheese from trying to stick to the part. I'm going to put the seasoning into it, which is the kosher salt and that little bit of Carolina Reaper seasoning, like a quarter teaspoon. And you said you don't want to, like I said earlier in the stream, you don't want to overpower the cheese. But here we go. Ah. It's a little bit of the scalded milk that make it look almost like scrambled egg white, but that's part of the scalded milk, the top layer. Let's keep the cheese in there. Yeah, I can smell a smoked Gouda. If you want to add, you want to get adventurous, you want to add a little bit of smoked paprika to it, you can do that also if you want to keep with the more of a smoky flavor to it. But if you just want to keep salt, hold on, let's go. Teaspoon. Let's go here. See how it come out. All right. We are going to go with a little bit of this because we keep them with the tradition of smoke. I'm going to do a fourth of this for color also. A little bit of the color. That's smoked paprika. So let's get you mixed in there. I'm sorry. I know I didn't mix you in a minute. Don't pop at me. Don't pop me. Okay? All right. It's 3:36. Okay. Now, I think it needs to be a little bit more cheesy. Do I have any cheese with me? Let's find out. Got sharp white with me. This gonna have to do. But this will come in later on. I got some more sharp white with me. What I'm gonna do is a lot of people usually layer it, mix it, layer it, mix it. I'm gonna pour the noodles all into this. Now I'm gonna layer it, sprinkle some cheese, layer it, sprinkle some cheese. I'm gonna layer, put some down, sprinkle some cheese, put some down, sprinkle some cheese. You get what I'm saying? Before we bake it. All right. So now, let's see. Noodles have been cooked al dente, and now they can finish cooking. I'm gonna do that. Glove hand, people, glove hand. If you're cooking for a lot of people, or even if you're cooking for yourself, glove hand still if you can, for the sake of this. All right, a little bit of that in there already. Let's get you into that. And like I said, I'm gonna move to a spoon now. Let me get this whisk out of here. And let me find I knew I had a ladle somewhere. Where did I just put my ladle at? Oh, right here. Let's turn this down to, yeah, hold on. Let's medium how this. 250. All right. All right. Oh, that was close. All right. This ladle. We'll get it mixed in. Damn, I'm gonna jump into this right now to see how it really tastes with the mac and cheese and see if it needs more seasoning. Now that I have it assembled just about. Yeah, but you see that right there? I'm gonna bake that. This is gonna be baked. Some people, mostly white people, like having it soupy like that. No, You can have that. This is, oh, I seen soupy mac and cheese if you eat in a box of Kraft Dinner. And a lot of people like that. Even when they learn how to make it there, they like that consistency. And I'm like, no, not really. Let's taste it with a noodle. All right. Working, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good just as it is. I don't need no more salt needed. Just a little bit of smoked paprika. Just a tiny bit of Carolina Reaper, which you can't taste. Maybe when you bake it, you can. All right. So now it's ready, basically, for me to start panning, putting this into the pan. All right. Now let's move the camera a little bit over here. All right. Now, I'll do a little bit here. See? Got some here. Now I'm going to take this sharp cheddar that I had here. Just have to inspect it. Nope, ain't using that. I saw something in there I don't like. Let's go to another cheese. All right. As I check, do I have anything else? If not, oh, okay. Nope, that ain't gonna work either. I'm just gonna have to wing it. I'm just have to wing it the way it is and trust the process. I was gonna add more cheese to it, but if the cheese ain't good, do not add it in there. Meaning, like, if it's not fresh, don't add it in. What I'm gonna do is add, oops, something dropped. Gonna add this in instead. Yeah, what's going on, Ray? No, I'm doing mac and cheese, my man. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do a couple layers of this, like the Parmesan there. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more. I want it to be kind of bready. I mean, well, give it a texture, solidify it more than likely. I'm gonna pour that over there, over that version, and then we going to do a little bit more. All right, now, and the rest of it. All right, now, where's my spoon? Oh. Oops. All right. Now, I present to you fully assembled mac and cheese, everybody. And it needs to bake. So, I think my time here is coming to an end. Let me put a little bit more layer of this on there. So it can absorb in. Now, if you want to do this, you can. Some people do it, some people don't. This is like breadcrumbs on the top. It's not a necessity, but if you want it to have, you want that brown layer to have a little bit of a crunch, I mean that top layer to have a little bit of a crunch to it, you can do that. and bake it in your oven for 20 to 30 minutes. When I believe 350, if I'm correct, 350 to like 350 for like 20 minutes, and you should be good to go. Now, I am going to get this little thing situated and baked. I really hope a lot of you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. You said chefing up on a rainy day. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna go for a bike ride, Ray, but that rain came. That I saw that forecast. I was like, no, I'm good. Let me go dump all of this into the sink so it don't stick. But first, I'm gonna do like I used to do as a kid when my mom made cake. I'm going to take it and I'm gonna taste it. Nah, I ain't need to. I don't need to add. I ain't need to add no more cheese. So that is the lit, man. And I'm not saying it cause it's mine. I think the last one I made didn't come out this good. I'm my own worst critic. All right. So here we go. Let me dump this in here too. Soak. All right. Now, what we are left with is this right here. And it is time for me to cut the stream in a little bit because I'm gonna get the stove going and I'm gonna do some cleanup. So I really, yeah, it's coming down hard. Yeah, thunderstorms. I knew it. Like the forecast be lying to me sometimes, but something told me to check it, and sure enough, it did that. But yeah, I am now. Now I'm gonna get this baked. I'm gonna get the place cleaned up. I will check everybody later. Thank you for dropping by watching. If you watch this on the replay, it's all good. It's your boy Fury. Hound Fox is there with me in spirit, right there. Maybe one of these days soon, we will have the Furies Hounds podcast once again. But for now, I have to part you farewell. Peace out.